Uh-oh. 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 Uh-huh. In my life, I am... You... Can you hear me? Fuck, I should have done a test. Shit. I mean, audio capture input seems like to be working. There is no sound in the game. Oh, I need to... I need to make myself a little bigger, maybe? Look at my new shirt. Beata, my beloved. Awesome. Isn't it cool? Uh... Huh. Huh. Yeah, like this. My left foot, even though it's kind of fucked up a little bit. Let me do this thing. Make myself pink, I guess. Yay! Oh, okay, now I can read chat again. Are you happy? I am really happy. I can read chat again. It's also really warm here, so you know, I'm testing my t-shirt assets that I made for myself. It's pretty cool. Oh, you know what I did before the stream? I watched lots of Live 2D creative awards thingies when they showcase a lot of really cool, really pretty models with such an interesting, really cool, really expressive rigging, and I was so jealous. I was like, holy shit, I want to do something like this too. Fuck, can you hear me? I'm... How would I check this? I can check it through here, right? Are you gonna be mad when you hear echo? I hope not. My channel, pretty please. I wanna read models. It sounds like super fun. Huh? Am I fine? I'm not dropping frames. Okay, I can see myself. Can I hear myself? Sounds like super fun. Yeah, fuck me. I hate hearing myself. That's it. Bye me. Ooh, hold on, let me click on my game. Let me click on my autistic game before the stream so I would have more... So I would be able to concentrate better before. That's definitely how it works. Not because I really like this game and I really like to pollute my brain with worthless shit. Oh, I need to do mithril. I forgot. Let's create one mithril. Yeah, okay. Now it's good. That's it. I changed my title. I changed everything. I can hear myself. Everything fine. I can hear my chat. Actually, for a second, my mic didn't work before the stream, and I need to go down on my PC. Sound wording, excuse me, wording. I need to go under the table and check things behind my PC, and turn out to be somebody who was tweaking here didn't put the right cable into the right place. So I need to replug everything and plug it again. Really tiresome job. I actually started getting really mad because I don't have a single fucking clue how any of these cables work and if there are any place where I should put them, but it was fine. I did it. Everything's working, I guess. I wish I would myself as a human being were better, but you know. God, I'm so late also today. I need to make myself stream screen. So I would start. I usually start like 5 minutes before, and then I would stall for 20 minutes on starting sunscreen. Isn't it awesome? It would be great. That's it. That's it. I can read the game, probably. Oh, do I really want to do this? I started playing visual novel in my own time, which is insane. But you better not know, you know, what type of visual novel it is. It's eroge. It's eroge. I love eroges. I love eroges. Okay, I should stop being insane on stream. Why would I do this? Why would I say those things? Like, Am I preconditioned to this because I have a VTuber model to be like insane damn person now? Can I stop? That's not funny. That's not cool. That's not interesting. There's something on streams that I said and then I'm like, fuck, why would I say this? Really disapprove of myself? Whatever. It's fine. I mean, it's part of a process of learning how to talk to people and how to entertain people with words, I guess, right? Plus, I literally do it in real life. Say dumb shit so people would pay attention to me. Unfortunately. I wish I wouldn't do this. I don't know, I streamed for a really long time. I streamed like for a year already. And I'm still so bad at everything to do with it. Which is wild. Like, why? Why am I still so bad at it? Maybe because I'm just only reading and I'm not actually trying to talk to people on here? Maybe I just need to do like guerrilla stream? I have no idea actually what it means. I never checked. I wanted to, but I never did. But it means that's a done streams. Yeah, that's a done means free talk. This I know what it means. I'm still so paranoid. I'm seeing the audio input capture is like blinking, tweaking, goes to a yellow area, but I still think like, fuck, am I talking to myself? Am I talking to myself and nobody can hear me? It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's working. Oh, I didn't have any music on. Oh, the beginning of a ritual. To be fair, this chapter is much better than the last one in chapter 2 because in chapter 2 almost nothing happened. We didn't learn any new lore. Like Battler was acting really badly. I mean, not badly, just like nah. Battler was acting out of character. Says the line Battler. Nah. I just read, right? To be fair, I think you could cut a lot of parts of this chapter, this and previous one, and it would still be pretty fulfilling reading experience. Pacing is not the best in those games for some reason. I don't know. Maybe they thought if they add a lot of text, it would mask some problems in the game. Because that's what I would do if I write something like that. Huh? Ew, this is loud for me. At the same time, a red cylinder wrapped around the two of them like a beam of light sent from heaven. Oh, Kanan was fighting Seven Sisters of Purgatory? What the fuck is... What did I just say? Why would... This is insane. Why would they do this? Khan was fighting Seven Sisters of Purgatory because Beatrice said to him if she defeated all of them, she would grant them his wish or something. She would let him pick people who would go to the Golden Land in the end, which I thought is a pretty good idea. It would be really interesting to read about chapter like this when a result was predetermined by one of the participants in a ritual. That would be cool. But, you know, it's Beata. You can't trust her at all, ever. Why is she like this? Who hurt her? Why is she like this? At the same time, a red cylinder wrapped around them like a beam of light sent from heaven. The cylinder repelled the evil ones who tormented Kanan. What? That's cheating! This has nothing to do with you! Oh, I know what it is. You must want to play with us. Then I'll take her. All mine. Beatrice-sama, may we have Shannon as our prey? I don't mind. Do as you like. It seems Karen alone would be enough to satisfy your gluttony. I'm so very grateful. Come on, I'll make your grave coming out uninvited. I'll tune you to scalps of meat so shredded that you can't even tell who's who. mix you and munch you into hamburgers. Idiot, breaking that barrier come first. Do your job before you start worrying about food. Yes, Inasama. As a horrible natural first action, the Seven Sisters began to destroy the barrier Shan has created. Shan's barrier certainly was extremely strong. It was enough power to impress even Beatrice. It was strong enough that frail furniture would turn to dust just by touching it. And it was firm like a tree that had with a deep roots. So they don't have actual character development going through from chapter to chapter, but the thing they have is their power rose from chapter to chapter. That's interesting. Just like in Madoka. But no matter how big a tree gets, it will eventually surrender to a saw or a hatchet. For the Seven Sisters. Hold on. Boom. Banned. Banned for promotion in my stream. Haha! Sorry. For the Seven Sisters, chopping down Shan's barrier while in was pain was not impossible. The sound, like beetles jumping around, grew even more fierce and filled the room. They got up and steadily eroded away with the red barrier, as though with a hatchet, a saw. No, a chainsaw by now. How foolish! You must have known that your barrier can't fully protect you from those girls. Why? Because I can't just let it happen. Shan spoke back resolutely as she covered Kanan, who was already spent all of his energy and sprawled on the floor. That's interesting how Shannon and Renaud knew each other. If you hadn't barged in uninvited, I would have given you a sleep like death. Why have you deliberately exposed yourself to the Seven Sisters? All death is not equal, you know? You realize an intense death tortures you even after you die? Go ahead, do as you like. Just like you do as you want, I have done as I wanted. Somehow, you simply lack entertainment value recently, you know? The most interesting part about love is during the time when it's uncertain whether or not you will achieve it. After achieving it, a woman is like someone who has finished laying its eggs. This is a bad take, Beato. This is a really bad take. Jesus. You're one of those people who are into will they one day, aren't you? Disapproved? I'm already tired of you. Thank you. No words I could hear from a witch that would make me happier. Jan is so based. Then, at last in the end, show me a way of dying that will please me greatly. Seven Sisters, did you hear it? Show me the limits of your brutality in the way you kill Shannon. Shannon. My apologies. In the end, I wasn't able to match up with your greatness, Genji-sama. You're an idiot, Nesan. If you just left me be, then you might not have met this horrible... No, it's alright. I was able to receive the ring from George-sama and live as a woman. I was able to protect you and live as a sister. With this, my life is settled with no regrets. Couldn't it be? Ah, you've pissed me off. This philosophic view is really irritating. This is why your furniture, you don't even smell like a human. Look at me. I am human. Uh-oh. She doesn't know. Don't spoil all philosophical stuff like you're more complete than I am, your furniture. How ugly. Is that regret your true form? It's not regret, it's called living. You received the ring, so it's alright if you die. What? Ah, I can't understand it. Not a clue for hope. Goddamn astonished, goddamn shock. No goddamn good at all. Ooh, she's turning into Battler. Milady, I must suggest you're acting somewhat undignified. Shut up, furniture! Shannon, do you think I'll let you die easily? Now it's time to bite your tongue. Oh, beautiful. If you can see yourself reflected in my eyes, then shudder at your own ugliness. Don't worry. I'll crush you, what? I'll crush you, mush you up so you're even uglier while you're still alive. At the time, Genji slowly entered the right barrier. He can do it? Maybe that barrier didn't block those without evil intent. Then Genji softly held Shannon's form behind and covered her eyes with his right hands. Genji-sama, you have done enough now. Go to sleep before me. Yes. Thank you very much, Genji-sama. After that, Genji softly pressed his left hand against the area around her collarbone. As he did, from the area with the left hand pressed, a crimson stain gently spread out. Oh, he killed her. When Genji removed his hand, bright red flesh blood oozed out of here. For just the very first instant, it appeared to be shaped like a crimson rose. Ah! Flounder Plump is still here, also tutorials. I respect this. And he removed the right hand that covered Shannon's eyes. There was a peaceful expression in her face, as though she was sleeping. And she fell softly, silently down, and slept. What about Conan? Fucked up music? Your soul has already been sent to a world where the malicious witch and her furniture could never reach her. Was she? No matter how evilly they tortured her. Beatrice can revive her, did you know? Beatrice and the seven sisters were shocked by this scene. Only Ranov had mysterious expression along with his smile. Then Genji leaned over Conan, who was crouching on the floor. This is fucked up. You did well. You too should sleep now. Yes. Thank you very much, Genji-sama. Just as he had done with Shannon, after gently covering Conan's eyes with his hand, Genji gently covered the area around Conan's collarbone with his other hand. And when that was removed with the lightness of a feather, there was a crimson rose shape. But that rose shape quickly turned into a stain of a bright red blood pouring out. What is that? What a boring person. The fun of a balloon of life is in poking it with a needle and making it forcefully explode. Spectacular, Genji. You truly are furniture. Thank you very much. Well done, Beatrice-sama, Ranov-sama. This is, as my final task, allow me to rest. You took what I was playing with. All of the Tarshin and Martian I wanted to do with them. I hope you're willing to take all that instead. I can read, believe me. Beatrice faced him with an unsatisfied expression, but Ranov spoke quietly to Genji with a soothing smile. You have worked hard. You are my greatest servant. I shall bestow as a final gift to you a peaceful sleep worthy of all your labor until now. Huh? Wait, what are you? When Ranov snapped his fingers, as if Genji was a puppet that had crumbed from a string being cut, suddenly, and yet gently, he fell, sprawled on the floor into a sleep that witch couldn't call him back from. You sure? You sure she couldn't do this? That was as filled with kindness as the sleep he had given Shannon and Conan. What was that, Ranov? You bored into climax. Are you not powerful great witch, milady? Something such as this is not enough to pay attention to. It's not like you left the blood to rush to your head because of provocation from someone like Shannon. What was there that Beatrice didn't like? Was she still unable to remove the thorn of Sharon's words? Renault laughed lightly, as though lamenting the complexity of the human and the female heart, and ordered the seven sisters to go. After all, there were still two sacrifices left for the first twilight. The seven sisters covered it as they disappeared. Hmm. Madame Beatrice. Ooh, good title. Goro was doing the nighttime rounds. There had been anything in Rokujima outside the Ushiromia family, so checking that the door and windows were all closed had no real purpose. However, even since Natsuki had scolded them saying that it was careless, the nighttime rounds had become part of a servant's duty routine. The reason that Natsuki had ordered this was the occasional disturbances of the witch. Everyone who visited this island knew about the legend of Beatrice as the witch of a forest. This was become established as the island's characteristic ghost story. Because of that, it was only natural that some people would occasionally say that, when they thought they were alone in the mansion. They had heard strange sounds or seen the shadow of a person. However, what then had created a little too big of a disturbance and reached Natsuki's ears. She had made a fuss, thinking that some suspicious person might have been coming in and out. Apparently, it was said that she had roused all of the servants and hidden them checks throughout the mansion. Because all of this uproar of the witch had happened before Goda had come, he had only heard about it from the more senior servants. Ghost stories like that could be found in any workplace, even at a hotel Goda has worked once at, and a restaurant there was never shortage of those type of stories. So when he heard this story on the island, he smiled bitterly, thinking, so they think that kind of thing here after all. He smiled bitterly, but he thought when in Rome, those Romans too, and had not slighted that. Got of an alone visit on the outside, but in his heart he thought it was childish trick. Beatrice is not gonna like this. At first, okay. This certainly is eerie. I see. I understand why the servants got an uproar over this in the past. You could understand that if someone doing the rounds on an eerie night like this saw a lace curtain waving in a breeze from a window which hasn't been closed, they might be tempted to believe that they had seen a ghost. So, there's a curse if you make fun of the witch the portrait, huh? Seems like there were servants who got hurt really bad and quit too. I had to be injured. I'm already this old. Doubt I'll ever be blessed with a workplace this hospitable again. Great witch of a portrait. I'm really gonna work hard here, so please go easy on me. I kinda like Goda now. In the beginning I thought Goda was the type of a character who was like preconditioned to kill people. You know, he's a servant, he's a new here, he's probably here for the gold and something like that. But no, look at Goda, he's just a guy who's doing his best. Like, he believes when something weird happens, he doesn't believe when something bad doesn't happen. He's just a guy, he's just trying to survive. Like, he likes cooking. Hope he's not secretly, like, some huge dick, as it usually goes. Oh, great visual portrait. I'm really gonna work hard here, so please go easy on me. Oda prayed to the portrait, his hands together, as though he was the Shinto shrine. Uh-oh, and he's gonna die now. Poor guy. At that time, he thought he heard a sound. Did God at least once survived? Oh, he didn't. Right, he didn't. He almost was the last one to go in the first chapter, but he didn't. And then he died from fake canon in Saka chapter, and now in the third he's gonna die like in the beginning. I wonder if there are gonna be an ending where all the servants go to the Golden Land. At that time, he thought he heard a sound. The kitchen? Was it the sound of something metal falling on the floor? Surely a mouse or a cockroach hadn't come out and knocked over some of the dishes. No, how could that be? It was routinely and thoughtfully cleaned. Gora thought that in any case he had better check what the noise had been and entered the kitchen. He turned on the kitchen light. When he did, he heard a strange sound. Clunk, 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 clunk. To a cook like Goda, that sound seemed like the lid of a pressure cooker or something was shaking. Of course, it couldn't be in use when no one was in the kitchen. If someone had been using the gas, what a dangerous thing to do to just walk away from it. Just in case, Goda decided to inspect the area around the gas range. Can you burn a demon with a gas? You probably could, right? What is this? When he did, in the corner by the gas range, the pressure cooker really had been placed here, just as he had thought. But the flame wasn't on, and yet the lid was clucking. Had someone fermenting and leaking gas? Was something fermenting and leaking gas? What do you mean fermenting? Huh? How could it be? Then, was there a mouse something inside? How could it be? Ridiculous. In front of people, God acted as though he had a bold personality filled for his build. But he actually had an unexpectedly timid side to him. He was terrified to find out what might be inside, and he couldn't check it carelessly. In his cowardice, he grabbed a nearby wooden pestle, and with a clank, he rubbed it a little spongy against the side of a pressure cooker. When he did, the clunk sound suddenly stopped. He should have been relieved now that it had stopped, but the fact that it had stopped when he had hit it even more eerie and made him even more suspicious about what was inside. Good. Strange phenomena do not exist in this world. No, sir. Yes, there is no such thing as witches or magic. Things like that can't possibly exist. All phenomena can be explained with science, although monsters and witches could exist. He repeated this many times, trying to build up his own confidence. It was quite comical how he looked completely different from what he was saying. Who would believe in a witch? Who would believe in magic or curses? Come on, show me what you really are. Take that! He removed the lid of a pressure cooker. And lying exposed here was a sparkling clean silver bottom of a pot. There was absolutely nothing frightening like he had imagined. Huh? Well, of course! There's no way there could have been anything inside. By now, I could have realized that he had been a coward. So while he still had some doubts about what had caused the lid to make that sound, he explained it away abstractly as some queer positioning or something, and decided not to worry about it too much. Good one. Then he took the lid he grabbed and softly set it back down where he had been. It's alright, there won't be a sound. Obviously! Copium? As if witches or magic could exist. Clunk? Clunk, 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 clunk? Huh? Clunk, 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 clunk? Clunk, 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 clunk? Good sound. All of the pots and utensils in the kitchen started clunking at once. And it grew stronger still until finally it became so strong that the lid of one of the pots fell off. And from the inside the pot, a slender white arm slowly stretched out. The lid fell off another pot, and another hand slowly stretched out, and another, and another. Witches can't be real. I'll never believe it. When the number of arms grew to 7, a loud, shrill laughter split the air. a letdown. It's a real letdown. The person who can make such delicious food is such a lightweight. If you don't need it, I'll take him. He'll all mine. Wait, I said no. I'm gonna take him. Huh? What? Huh? I love the sound. That's a good one. Come on, let's search. There is only one more. That little hawk. Where is she? Not in the mansion. Maybe in a guest house? You snooze, you lose, right? You snooze, you lose, right? Come on, search. Find her. Don't get noticed by the relatives in the dining hall. Don't get noticed by the kids in the guest house. Search in silence, kill in silence. After all, it's still just the first twilight. She isn't in the guest house, but she wasn't in the mansion either. Hey, I found her, she's in the rose garden. Why is she standing around here without an umbrella? She's giving herself up. All mine. You slowpokes can just sit here and watch. I told you, no, this one's mine. Come on, if it's taking longer, we'll be scolded by Beatrice-sama. Let's take care of it all at once. Oh, she knows. Come on, find her, surround her. Come on, let's get along and do it all at once, okay? Die. Oh! She has a barrier too? Really? Huh? What is this? What naughty girls! Could you be friends of the child? What was this old tug? There's got to be some mistake. One more time. Really? Even Kumasawa has a fucking magic abilities? Is this gonna be explained in the future? Psychors. Why can't she defeat against us? Move aside. One more time. No matter how often you try, it's useless. This person is good. I'm waiting for the child. Would you mind calling her for me? Do you think we'd be apprentices to what you just said? There is no need. Beatrice-sama! It was sufficient for me and myself to manifest. I was sure that you would awaken. Run off. It's been a long time. Yes, it truly has been a long time. This woman, she didn't use Sama for his name. Oh. And it has been a long time for us also. Beatrice. She's not even using Sama for Beatrice-sama. Enough. Do you know who this person is? No? Beatrice was originally this person's name. Huh? Excuse me? What? I merely inherited that name from her. This person is my master. The predecessor of Lady Beatrice. Huh? Is she the lady? Huh? We went full on anime, aren't we? What? Is she the lady that we saw in the beginning of the chapter? What? This is such a big anime trope, like... Is she actually... what? Oh, why? No way. Gold butterfly appears in one and twos from the Garden of Roses and began to gather around Kumasawa. And after becoming the Golden Radiance, hold on, let me do this. Yeah, that's better. And after becoming Golden Radiance and enveloping her, they burst and disappeared, and Kumasawa form is no longer here. No way. No way. Why is she here? Why? What? Oh, Danny, I always wanted to play Umineko. Never had the time though. Yeah, became a streamer and stream this game, and then in the same time you're gonna stream, like do shit, do work in quotes, and play Umineko. Instead, there was another Golden Witch, the one who had, in past, explained to Beatrice the path of the Endless Witch. The only person Beatrice had called Master in her entire life. Your hair was long, beautiful, and vividly useful, and your figure in elegant dress was unrecognizable as an old lady. Oh, it all runs to nothing. Why? What are they doing? How is she here? No, this looked like a completely different person than Kumasawa. Why is she here? Well, Master. I never even dreamed the day would come that we would meet each other again. Yes, me too. Certainly, I never ever dreamed that my sleep would be disturbed. Oh, she was sleeping. Such a troublesome time for you to awaken. If you remained sleeping as usual, the first toilet could be finished without much trouble. I mean, yeah, you shouldn't watch. A lot of spoilers here, for sure. Thank you for stopping by though. If you remained sleeping as usual, the first toilet could be finished without much trouble. Or should I welcome you? I was just a little bored. Just as usual, it seemed you are toying with the sin as people in a vulgar game. I believe I have taught you many times that the power of the Endless Witch must not be used to cause people trouble. Don't say that, Master. Isn't it boredom our natural enemy? This is just a little spice to escape from that. The more the corrosion advances, the stronger my fire becomes, and the easier it becomes to call my minions. But who would have thought it would release a sealing you, Master, at the same time? Did you seal her? It was because I predicted that I sleep very close to you like this, as I prayed in my sleep that I would not be woken again. Being returned with you like this is a very sad thing for me. You are cunning as always, Master. No, have the furniture children step back. Furniture merely serves its master. The master is responsible for all of your crimes. Certainly, Madame Beatrice. I have already surrendered that name to this child. Come now, step back. Furniture girls. For those who do not listen the first time, I say the second. However, I do not speak in third. Step back. Step back, Seven Sisters of Purgatory. If you get involved, you will be turned to dust. But back, everyone! And when the Seven Sisters of Purgatory retreated. Are they gonna fight? Where's Butler? After that, there was Beatrice, whose bold expression didn't falter, and the Master Beatrice, who had given up that name and wore a composed smile. Well done, Master. What tea shall I prepare for our long-awaited reunion? Let's see. The reunion was longer in coming than the visit of a comet. I will accept your hospitality. If there appear to be any issues, then my name and the title of the Endless Witch, I will help them return. Understand? So there's even a license renewal policy for the title of Endless Witch? As you say, Master. See how splendid you describe the Udiciple has become? And see how far she was surpassed what you have long ago. It looked like sparks exploded in the air between the two Beatrices. Woo! Cute art! Let's go? Just by glancing at each other, they purged all spirits from that space. As they watched, the seven sisters shivered. Because if they had retreated just 3 steps length than they had, they would already have been turned to dust by now. So come, Beatrice. Surrendering my name to you is the only regret I have in my life. I will not correct that error with my own hands. That's wrong, Master. My only error was becoming a disciple to learn the trifling level of power. Got that? You call this magic? You call this being an endless witch? The power to notice, that's all it was. And you made such a big deal of it. Your time is long past, Master. Red shoes are fake. Eh? Great title, yet again? I love how they emulate anime battles in this visual novel style. This is pretty good, actually. Yeah, it gives you a lot of like space to imagination. I wonder how they animated all of this. This is legitimately like insane. I don't have a clue what's going on anymore. Yeah, me neither. What in the world is happening right in front of my eyes? Poor thing. It seems my disciple is causing you trouble. I apologize. You... Who are you? Why did Kumasawa-bachan turn to an attractive lady like this? I mean, who are you? I don't get it. What kind of special effects are these? My head feels like it's gonna explode. I'm the witch master of the child. My old name was Beatrice. When she succeeded me, I gave her that name, so I do not have a name. You already said it, but your discipline's being a real pain to me. Please take responsibility and do something. No, wait. I don't believe in stuff like this. As if witches and magic are real, I won't accept this messed up battle. Damn it all to hell, what am I supposed to believe? Ha ha ha. Just like you, hospitality was a very quick temper. I'd expect nothing less from you, Master. It looked like this level of magic is so insignificant to you, you can't even be bothered to open your eyes. Look like it'd be impossible unless I'm prepared to wreck this whole island, right? Come arise, shoulder of war towers. Towers? Yeah. What is this near Automata Towers, huh? In response to Beatrice's summons, a terrific earth tremor split the rose garden. And on either side of your shoulders, 2 massive war towers sprouted and stopped into heavens. They stretched 100 merit tall, and each one of them had over 360 ports? Oh, hold on. Tips? Grimoire? Merit? The word is probably related to fictional unit of length from Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind, which seemed to be about 1 meter long. Just say meter? Excuse me? I should finish Nausicaa. I started watching it one time. I watched it with my mom. It was awesome, actually. My mom really liked this story. Which is wild, because my mom usually hates all the anime shit. But this time, oh, I also watched it on a huge TV. This was really cool. I should take my mom and finish it. That's a great idea. I just come up with had over 360 parts. They were war towers of the gods' army corps, which has not allowed the heroes of antiquity to invade their precincts even as they banded together. What? I didn't get a single word out of the sentence. As Beatrice elegantly floated in the gap between the massive two-headed towers, she looked down on her master, sneering with an absolute superiority. With the two massive towers lying out behind her shoulders, the witch looked very small, like a butterfly dancing between large trees. I don't think that you can dodge it by turning into butterflies, alright? The destiny of the Twin Towers, Barrage? What does it mean? Wouldn't just make you a pinned bug collection, I'd make you a madly stop concussion, get it? No? I don't know ports? The tower more than 720 ports open and godly soldier readied their multi-shot ballistas. Are we not killing people this round? Are we gonna just be in anime battle after anime battle? I mean, I'm not completely against it, but I'm still don't believe in witches, so all of this in fiction. All of this is as good as fiction, you know? All of this is as good as filler for me, right? Does this conclude your turn? Huh, those are your last words? Open fire! Well, at least she's having fun. Ballista shot numbering easily over 1,000 were all fired at once, drawing a beautiful geometric curtain of death. Okay, and are we not doing ritual? Oh, what? The very sound performed by those bowstrings was probably even deeper than the sound of death swinging his sick calmer eyes fell on tower, split the single language, and make known the sin. What? Bubble tower? Why is he fighting in towels? Towers, tower, not towel. Towel is not the tower. The sky was strained and incandescent red, and from between the clouds a blazing massive tower fell upside down. The massive falling tower and its rubble swallowed the thousands of ballista shots, so that not one of them could approach the body of the witch who had summoned it. Yes, none can approach the mysteries of heaven. The story just went off the rails so hard. This was the truth of a fallen tower. As I would expect from you, master. If you do something, you always do it big. Ouch, sorry. Something got fallen? My router, probably? My turn isn't over. Oh my god, she has magic wand. Comarai, sons of Ivaldi. Bestow upon me versus spear. What's this animation? It was like generic explosion on top of image. It was also as a massive crimson tower had fallen and made a mighty god-colored explosion. From inside those flames, a spear shot itself of such massive proportions that you had to look up to see all of it, much like a tower. It was too large for even a giant's hand. It was a divinely beautiful spear of the gods, so massive that it gave the illusion that the tower which had fallen had turned to a spear of the same size. Jesus Christ! What are they doing? Everybody is dead already on this island. Beatrice is not reviving this time, okay? A spear of a certain victory that no one could escape. This is insane! It looked like your twin towers are useless. How foolish that you block off your means of escape on both sides. You can't defend against even a single spear. When she snapped your fingers in command, a massive tower-like spear shot at Beatrice like a lightning bolt. As the golden witch danced in the gap between the tower like a butterfly, it slid straight through the air like a flash of lightning, aiming right for the very middle of the absolute center of your heart, which is the most ultimate in extreme precision, not percussion? Huh! So you use Gungnir in a place like this? You're really incredible, master! Explode, useless towers. Arise, giant soldier battle line. Is this name of a Zurlane ship? What? Fully block the divine spear with your shield and chests. The shoulder war towers exploded in gold. They became several billion golden butterflies. Billion. Those butterflies took the shape of 7 massive armored soldiers, each strength a full 50 meter into the sky, whatever, and they lined up in front of Beatrice, protecting their master and hold of massive shield, which towered like a windmills. Oh, she summoned a mecha. I forgot the word summoned. She did! Oh my god. Oh my god. This what you said was evocative of mountain range. The witch hiding behind then was like a small moon hiding behind the mountains. Once in the past, when the massive shield, this giant hell has been raided by those whole giant regiments. They had protected King William's castle not only from arrows but from the wind and the rain. And then they had faced upwards and held their shields to the heavens. Not a single raindrop can have gotten through. Hello. Hello. Foolish. How pitiful is the witch who has forgotten her respect to the divine. Why the fuck? There is still a background behind. Aren't all of them supposed to be destroyed? They're not supposed to be anything. Did you think the giants could defend against the spear of the gods? Indeed. No matter how much human metal you are armed with, you cannot block a spear of the gods. Whose side are you on, Renov? A wonderful epaulet made by Madame. No way! Beatrice-sama! Of course I haven't forgotten, Master. Come, arise, Hephaestus and his disciplines. Bestow upon me a worthy shield. A golden windmill arose at the feet of the giant soldiers. It was a group of countless butterflies. What? Butterflies, okay, it heard it right. They attracted themselves to a massive shield like a gold leaf, sparkling like they were a gold mirror. It was the absolute defensive wall that the king of the gold gave to the goddess. The Aegis shield. Aegis? Like in certain Sentinels? When the holy spear, which left a dignified tail behind it like a comet, crashed into the mountain range of that gold shield, there was a terrible, thunderous roar. It was a crackling of the pillars that held up the heavens. The divine spear spun around and around, sent flying in a direction, the sunset. The stakes went so fucking high in just a second. Jesus Christ, impossible. She defended against the divine spear. No, that is not correct. The Holy Spear avoided the impact. In this law of the gods, that an absolute spear and an absolute shield must not fight each other. Although, in the end, it means the same thing as defended against it. This is just getting ridiculous. Why is Mansion still standing? Aren't there huge mechas here? Like, what are you doing? Churlish fighting appears to be the only area in which your skills have improved. Beatrice and her mecha. Or rather, it seems that you are still as bad as ever at this kind of game, Master. It's my turn to strike back. I shall follow the god and counter a spear with a spear. And then she summoned Pot of Greed and took 2 cards, and then 2 cards, and then 2 cards, and then 2 cards. The giant shoulder battle lane, which had fully blocked the divine spear, released their holy gold shields. The shields fell into the earth, making the ground shake. Ridiculous. And then another gold windmill arose, and the 7 gold shields changed their form into 7 massive spears of lightning lying on the ground. To be fair, this shit makes me believe in Beatrice even less and less. Like, in unison, each of a giant lifting a leg height and firmly stopping the tip of a handles. What are you doing? As the earth shook with a tremendous sound, the seven lightning spears spun beautifully and flew up above the giant soldier's head. They covered everywhere in a spray of gold as they began to fall before the giants. Each of the giants squatted out, and with the force of their whole bodies, they kicked and smashed them into pieces. Those broken pieces numbered exactly 30 each and became lightning spears of exactly the same size as the original, which made 210 of all 7 of them, and all of those burst at once, each spearing into 30 turns, so that there was 6,300. They became a thundercloud barrage, driving out a beautiful geometric pattern. And then each of those changed into 3 bolts of lightning, so that 18,000 wisest numbered here. Then the bolts shot at the predecessor Beatrice. Fucking Toho battle. It's over! Beatrice-sama! I would expect nothing less from Madame. Uh-oh. Certainly, a bundle of almost 20,000 thunderbolts should have reduced the master's body to dust. But there was no impact. Beatrice knew immediately that she has been fooled. At this moment, from the direction the sun was supposed to set, she felt an impossible ray of sunlight. A brilliant ray of light shone on her profile. It was the figure of the master holding aloof the spear of the gold that had supposedly been repelled a short while ago. Hope you're well. Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. She bore a brilliant radiance like the sun on her back and made it shine on the incarnations of darkness. I'm having a blast with this, like, what is going on? What are they doing? This is insane. Beatrice, watching from here, was trapped like a mouse in a cage, cornered in a dead end formed by a giant soldier battle line. By now, the predecessor Beatrice had seized the potion, positioned directly alongside the giant soldier battle lane. Now, we are done playing, Beatrice. Have I exposed my flank? Her bold expression hadn't fluttered once before now, but now twisted for the first time. And faster than Beatrice could click her tongue, the predecessor Beatrice released the holy spear. In the mid-air, it spun up into air once more and changed its form once again. What's it gonna be? Come rise, Dvergar brothers. Bestow upon me a giant smashing iron hammer of heaven. Another mecha? Pog? Giant soldiers, protect me! What are you doing, you slowpokes? By now, it was no longer a spear, but the windmill of a massive hammer that raised a sound like a windstorm as it flew through the air. It was the legendary hammer that was shaking the king of the frost giants. So the giant soldiers couldn't escape from that fear. So no matter how much their master ordered them, they couldn't block the path of the hammer. Background mate, rest in peace. Damn it! Before the windmill of a master clunk of metal, Beatrice was nothing more than a mere speck. The instant the windmill started to suck Beatrice in, Beatrice's form turned into a massive war tower. I turned myself into a tower, master? The story is picking up fast. Okay, this is insane. What is going on? The iron hammer smashed the war tower, scattered tremendous amounts of rubble, but it did not reach she who had escaped behind it. Furthermore, when the smoke started to settle, the war tower had sucked in the massive iron hammer without crumbling and blocked the way. Even the giant smashing iron hammer couldn't break through the final tower protecting the witch. However, this war tower was in fact the witch's last trump card. I'm reading those words, but I am in such a fucking disbelief about everything that's happened right now. It was a war tower for dodging that could only save her for the danger ones. But this tower was impregnable. No weapon could break through it. Could it? Just then, can be repeated in red text, please? Just then, the moon disappeared. What? As Beatrice hid in the shadows of a giant soldier battle line and the war towers, she looked up at the sky. Its master Those graphics are pretty good. A lot of good graphics in this chapter. When she did, inside the moon was a figure of a massive horse ridden by the god of war and death. The predecessor Beatrice rode the horse with him. What are you doing? His cloak was blocked the moon and swallowed it in an eerie shadow. And the spear of the gods was it in hand once more. It was, in other words, a godly knight who had jumped over a rampart formed with a giant soldier and a war tower attacking from the heavens. What? Smothered something? You got me! Smothered mate. It was fun, Beatrice. She makes sounds. Your accent is very adorable. Thank you so much. I didn't really like it at all. Thank you, that's really reassuring. The struggle of the death between the two witches with the same name was resolved. Was it? The spears that had been launched from the heavens pierced the ground. I wish it was me in this battle. The giant soldiers' battle line and the war tower split up into a countless gold butterflies, shrouding the area in the golden storm. I'm glad everything is in place still, like gardens here. Then the sound of thunder, and the sound of a falling rain and wind. Suddenly, that place was an empty rose garden once more. The butler and the rest were watching the two witches confronting each other. Don't worry, you have a beautiful voice and enjoy your streams. Thank you so much! I'm really glad to hear it. The butler and the rest were watching the two witches confronting each other. But only Beatrice was different. She had been pierced straight through by the spear from the base of her neck and her right shoulder to her left buttock, unable to even reach the ground with her feet. Okay, this is gruesome, what the hell? Horribly exposed like a beautiful pink butterfly tormented by the wind and rain. But Beatrice-sama! Truly, she is a fearsome person. Okay, Beatrice lost. What's gonna happen now? What's going to happen with Beatrice's resurrection? Nothing? Is Mother Beatrice gonna kill her? Huh? It is decided, Beatrice. Ouch. Beatrice wore a bitter smile of false courage, but a strand of blood dangled from her mouth, making her look even more beautiful. The title and power of the Endless Witch. You will now return them to me, along with the name Beatrice. You are too mature to be called the Endless Witch. Stop! Forgive me, Master. I was just a fooling around, okay? I will take my name back from you. I will return you to your original form. Relinquish this power which is beyond you, and live a life suitable for yourself. Come, try to remember. What form did you have? The Princess Beatrice began to recite the words of power. When she did, a small gold butterfly scattered around the screwed Beatrice and began to swarm around her. Like butterflies sucking the nectar out of a flower, they began to suck the magical power out of Beatrice, and it seemed that it caused her intense pain. A cry of agony escaped from Beatrice's mouth. She no longer had any power to resist it. Come, try closing your eyes. Try to remember. What form did you have? Come, Beatrice, Repeat it with me. Let us chant together. Then it will be over in no time. Let us end your pain as fast as possible. You're right. How long has it been since I chanted with you, Master? Now, together. Come, try to remember. What form did you have? Come, try to remember. What form did you have? Then the two of them began to recite the same chant. More and more gold butterflies danced around, swarming around Beatrice. It's all right, milady. You will lose the fact that you are my discipline, but that will not change the fact that you are a lady I serve. After that, I shall read a book for you again. I shall bake you apple pies again, just like it was long ago. Come, try to remember. Yes, try to remember. Are you finally starting to remember? Well, Master, did you remember that thing behind you? What is this? This is... When the predecessor Beatrice looked behind her, there was a creepy hedgehog crouching here. Huh? Sonic? No, it was... yourself. There was another predecessor Beatrice, whose whole body was packed with ballista shots, lying there like a pincushion doll. Come, try to remember. What form did you have? No, I suppose it's wrong. Come, try to remember. How were you killed? The Princess Beatrice was shocked. Instantly, her form began to glow faint. Really? So they fight in somebody's mind, and Beatrice actually won, that it was an illusion? Okay. When did you... In the beginning, I did not summon shoulder towers. They were quadruplet towers. Why? Oh my god. This is so funny. Why towers? This is so ridiculous. Master, you nonchalantly stepped across the 7-rank root's boundary of death created by the 2 hidden towers, which were lurking in the distance on either side of you. It was bad manners for me to say check so late. Let me openly apologize. The battle had been decided at the very beginning. It has been over since the time the predecessor had leaned forward, readying her holy spear to attack Beatrice, who had begun wedged between her shoulder towers. The hidden towers lurking on either side has doused her in windstorm of ballista shots from over 720 ports on both sides, pinning and killing her. However, Beatrice hadn't wanted it to be resolved with that. She had wanted to make her master take her next move and then continue acting as though the game was still on. She had immediately revived her with the endless power and have had her continue the game as though nothing had happened. Okay, as you say, Beatrice. Then the princess slowly remembered that she had already been killed and began to completely erase her form. When she did, the spear which had pierced Beatrice also erased itself. And nobody noticed? Really? Beatrice finally fell and landed on her feet. There wasn't even a trace of a scar. It was fun, Master. If you want to play again, I'll revive you anytime. And once we've had some fun, I'll make you remember that you were a corpse again. Okay? I'm fully obeying what you taught me, you know? Didn't you say to always put a toy back in its box when you're done playing with it? Was it an easy victory? You fool, it was a difficult victory. If I hadn't tricked her with a quadruple tower, I would have been the one to die, as I would expect from my master. But now, I may feel proud. Now, I have completely surpassed my master. Renov, make Master's remains a little better. I haven't lost my respect for her that much. Certainly, tonight's first twilight became a little too riotous. It will require some cleaning up. It shall be handled immediately, okay? Glad the ritual is still coming along pretty well for you guys. Goats, it is time to clean up. When the nose snapped his fingers, blazing sparkling eyes began to blink open in the shadows and darkness, becoming goat hands attendants, which appeared one after another slowly out of the black. One by one they lined up behind the noma's back, wordlessly standing at attention. What shall be done about the 6 bodies this time? Another locked room format? I'm not in the mood to think now. I will leave it to you. An extraordinary locked room to torment Battler, if you would. Aren't Battler seeing all of this right now? Certainly, it shall be extraordinary. Alright, where is Battler? Battler, did you watch my big moment? Damn it. After being shown that screwed up magic storm, what can I deny? Do witches exist, I ask? After all those kabooms and kabangs, after being shown all this tremendous fantasy, what can I deny now? But hold on, we have a whole chapter left of this game. I don't get it anymore. It was like, that was last time too, but now can I deny that awesome, wonderful, magical battle? I know, right? After watching this, you can't talk your way out of it anymore, can you? Alright, Battler, let me hear some ridiculous reasoning. Lady, your laugh is undignified. Oh, my apologies, but I am not to blame. After all, when Battler tightly closed his eyes, grinding his teeth, and showed me that even so bitter expression, it just automatically slips out of my mouth, you see. Come, Battler-sama, why don't you return to the table without losing heart? My lady is expecting you counterattack, you see? Fuck you! How the hell can I make a counter-argument? In the first place, this has been fucked up since about times that the tower sprouted out of the earth. Should I say that actually underground in Rokujima there was a secret laboratory for massive transforming combining robots or something? Jesus. And that by pushing a button the strange tower spread up? Right, and then those huge giant must-be robots. Or maybe an evil secret association mecha monsters? It makes no goddamn sense. Don't talk to me! Come on, don't cry, alright? Kaboom, kabam, it's magic. If you want, I'll crush the moon and make comments fall like rain. Why didn't you do this in the first place? Like, you should have started with all of this. Why did you make all of this charade with locked room mysteries and shit? Like, what are you doing, honey? You should have done it in the first chapter. You are so weird. Like, this is weird. I can even bury this whole island of those bouncy-chested babes you like so much, see? Why didn't you do it in the first place? Come, nom. Look, my turn is over, see? Show me your response, counterattack. You can't, can you? I'm quadrillion% sure that you can't. Where is Federica? She said she's gonna help us. How is this helping? What is she doing? You're useless against this, right? You actually like this kind of fantasy, don't you? I know all about it. This kind of stuff has been going around everywhere lately, hasn't it? In manga and light novels, in anime and movies. Some teenage brat has a whole bunch of some strange special abilities, and there's all this kabooms and badooms, with the fate of the world at risk. You love it too, don't you? I know, don't hide it, you love it, right? The thing that you love just displayed itself a little before your eyes, that's all, right? Why don't you believe in anime mummies? Why don't you believe it in manga and anime, but you won't believe in me? Believe it! You can't argue back, nor after you've been shown something like that, right? Come on, answer me. You don't need to think, you can just immediately say, I'm sorry, Beatrice-sama. Come on, try saying it. I'm sorry, Beatrice-sama. Try saying it. Say it. Don't be embarrassed. Mm-hmm. What's gonna happen? Is 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 she gonna go full on insane? Oh, half a day event by 6 a.m. Virgilia. Virgilia? What does that mean? Is all the other dads gonna be like super insane? Is she gonna go nuts? There was no way to notice the coming of morning without opening a window and looking to the cloud sky, which has become a tiny bit lighter. It wasn't a refreshing morning. All that could be heard was the sound of rain, which had kept falling since the last night, and the howl of the wind. It's hard to imagine that it's morning. This horrible weather reflects our hearts. Then I'd say it's pretty gentle, considering we should count ourselves lucky. It's rain that's falling and not spears. Uh-oh, he knows! How does he know? How does he know? Whether it's rain or spears, bring it on, I'd say. It's already 6 o'clock. Isn't this enough? Can't do much else until the mystery of an 18th person Beatrice takes action. You know, guys, it's not that important now. None it. That is correct. However, I believe we have thought of almost every trick they could use against us. Yes, as long as a trait doesn't appear among us siblings, we should be able to deal with most situations. Haven't we talked about this enough? We ended up staying up all night. I'm tired. You're right. How about we take a little rest after eating breakfast? A good plan. Staying up all night is tiring at my age. As they all stretched, they enjoyed the refreshing morning as best as they could. Let's go wash our faces or something. I probably look horrible. Hmm? What is that horrible stench? As soon as they exited into the corridor, Curie made an openly disgusted expression. What's the matter? Hey, don't you smell something awful? What is the stench? It's unbearable. Because of the fuss, everyone stuck their hands out into the corridor. Huh? If they gonna find servants now, they're gonna find all the servants, right? Oh, Nanju wasn't here probably, right? And all the adults were in the same place, so all the adults has alibi. Nanju is not here, not with any of them, so Nanju is the only suspicious person. And kids? They wouldn't suspect kids for sure. So Nanju and Kinza? Because of that fuss, everyone stuck their hands into the corridor. It was a faint stench, but after the complaints, they clearly noticed it. Each of them went to the corridor, relying on their own sense of smell to tell them where the strange odor was coming from. What in the world could it be? Let us have Genji deal with it. I believe we shall already have arrived in the servants' room to begin the morning preparations. Please. It is difficult to imagine that Goya, of all people, could be making breakfast that would cause such kind of stench. Rudolph's group searched for the source of a smell and determined that it was coming from the underground, from the boiler room. Boiler room murder mystery? But the door was locked and they couldn't check inside. Meanwhile, Natsuki's group were on their way to search for someone in the servants' room when they noticed something strange about the parlor. What is this? What a horrible prank. Who would do something like... Is this... Yeah. Around the door of the parlor, in the paint that remained of one of blood, there was a strange, magic-like circle thing. No one has come to the kitchen yet. What is that? Yu's group had thought the smell has been coming from the kitchen, had returned, having observed that no one was here and that preparation for breakfast has not yet begun, and they noticed the unusual state of the parlor. It's no good, the boiler room is locked. Wouldn't it be bad if something broken down in the boiler room? Was there a servant anywhere around? Is that vulgar graffiti here too? There was also one on the door to the boiler room. What's that? This creepy graffiti isn't just here, it's on other places as well? Oh, multiple places to keep corpses? Okay. Haha, don't you think that this is a Witch of a Forest Beatrice's declaration of war, right? Hideyoshi tried to make fun of it, but staring at this creepy magic circle while listening to the wind and rain really made it seem like it was a message from the witch. The dripping bright red paint made one think of blood and made it thing even more eerie. Hideyoshi tried to open the door, but it was locked. As a general rule, the parlor was never locked. Someone has gone out of their way to lock it. What does it mean? Did someone secretly leave this graffiti while we were talking in the dining hall? On the doors to the parlor and the boiler room? I'm sure the servants are behind this. We were together the whole time. We all have alibis. They probably... Hydration reminder? Good call? We all have alibis? They probably did this prank on some strange orders from father. Considering the indecent yesterday with Maria-chan's letter, it's more than possible to suspect that the servants are acting on Dad's orders and planning something. Where the hell is everyone, anyway? They can't be playing hide and seek. Let's look for them. But before that, I'm worried about the children. They're alright, aren't they? I will go and check, while I'm here, I'll see if there are any servants here. Then let's split up. Will you go to the guest house to see how the brats are going? We'll check around inside the mansion. I don't want to think about it, but maybe these creepy magic circles aren't just where we found them. We might have become involved in a bizarre game of fathers. I will go to him and ask about the situation, though I doubt he'll be good-natured enough to listen to me. The adults split up. As a result, they confirmed... Oh, Kinza's dead? Is he? Is Kinza's dead? I forgot. Did he? 3, 4, and Kumasawa 5. Oh, it's 6 people in the first violet. Yeah, he is dead for sure. I forgot about it. Jeez. He died right in the beginning. As a result, they confirmed that the 4 children were safe in so-called cousin's room on the 2nd floor of the guest house. It appeared that they had stayed up late last night playing. All of them were snoring loudly, so Rose decided not to wake them. Ooh, Nanja's here, okay. Furthermore, Nanja, who had returned early the previous night to rest, was also alright. It seemed he believed in the phrase, early to bed, early to rise, and had awoken refreshed. During that time, Kiri and Hideyoshi searched for the servants, but they didn't find them. The servant room in the guest house was also empty. Uh-oh. The children are alright. All of them stayed up too late last night. The servant's room was empty. I looked at the shift chart, and the morning shift was supposed to begin at 6. They should have started working by now. The nap room was also empty. There were signs that the futons had been used, but they weren't warm. You know what? I think Kraus, Nisa, and the others might have hit on it, don't you? This is probably a game planned at father's orders. I'd bet my bottom dollar he left those creepy scribbles and hid himself somewhere, trying to make us do something. Are you saying that he's trying to see who's fit to inherit the wealth and family hardship? Isn't that a bit... No, it might not be strange if father was being something like this. After all, father loves his big tricks. He might have had this plan brewing ever since that epitaph was hung on the wall. In that case, I wonder whether he will make an announcement of the game or explanation of it. It also seemed possible that another envelope with a crest might appear, like the one headed to Maria-chan. You're right. Maybe Nissan and the rest have found that in the mansion. Dr. Nanja, have you heard anything? My apologies, I don't have any idea what is going on. And yet, Yes, I see. I could easily imagine that Kinzo-san is planning something big. Why don't we go back to the mansion for now? Maybe they found something over here. If I will not be in the way, I will come too. Uh, I'll stay here. The children are sleeping upstairs. We don't know what's happening. Yeah, good call, Rosa. We can't leave them alone. Yes, you're right. I'll stay with Rosa-san and watch over the place. Oh, she isn't even gonna stay alone. That's great. That's a good plan, guys. Would you tell that to my husband? Rosa and Kiryu remained in the guest house. Hideyoshi went with Nanjo and returned again to the mansion. Mansion. Meanwhile, in the mansion. Unbelievably, or maybe we should say that bad feeling have tendency to be right. Rodolph's prediction was right on, because the same magic circle graffiti has been drawn on the doors to the boiler room and the parlor had been found in multiple other places throughout the mansion. Aniki, how's that? No good. There is no response at all. I did try putting my ear against the door, but I couldn't sense anyone. I can't find the servants anywhere. Where in the world did they disappear off to? This isn't funny. Father and the servants are hiding, and there are strange magic circles all over the mansion. What in the world is happening? This is a really creepy situation. I would die if I was in it. I would be really scared. Jesus. There weren't only magic circles on the door to the boiler room and the door to the parlor. There were also 2 on the second floor and 1 on the 3rd floor for the total of 5. Oh, so 2 bodies sliced together? Or did they not find 1 circle more? They were all the same magic circles and all of the doors were locked, so they couldn't check inside. Anyway, let's do something about the boiler room first. It would be bad if some kind of breakdown caused a fire or an explosion, so we need the key. I believe there was a key box in the servant room. They fished through the key box in the servant's room. Because each servant individually carried their own master key around, those weren't kept here. However, all of the individual room keys should have been here. It's so packed with keys. It isn't here. I've looked and looked, but I can't find the key to the boiler room. Look, Aniki. Only key to the room with those magic circles drawn on them. Huh? Sorry? Drawn on them are just neatly missing. Ooh, locked room mystery? No keys at all? It's true. How troublesome. It's as though someone doesn't want us to go to the room with the magic circles. No, they went all the trouble of making them obvious using the magic circles, so perhaps they do want us to answer? I think it's a letter. Breaking down the door is probably impossible. I mean, this isn't a movie. What? Huh? Breaking down the door is probably impossible. I mean, it isn't a... What? Why not? I myself broke a door. Once. But still... And I'm a petite woman. What are you talking about? Smashing a window might work. Really, you can... Okay, as you say. Rose had a little trouble deciding whether this was a situation that called for smashing a window. Really? You can just use your feet and, like, smash the lock, no? As you say. At the time Hideyoshi and Nanji returned. There was nothing... It's not gonna be easy, but you can still do it. Why did he say impossible? Probably... Okay, whatever. At the time Hideyoshi and Nanji returned, there was nothing strange in the guest house and the children were safe. They told the others that Rose and Curie had stayed over to watch over the place. Good morning. I heard that something strange had happened. Good morning, Dr. Nanjo. I apologize for waking you up so early in the morning. What is it? Don't you find a letter or something? I was sure it would be found somewhere like that by now. You're right. I also believe that this is a massive joke of a game of fathers. But if this was the case, there should be some letters telling us about that. Like the letters that was given to Maria-chan. What if the announcement of the game actually was my chance letter. The details of the game, try to solve the riddle of the epitaph, have already been shown. Then, what comes... Fuck. Then, what could the 5 magic circles we found in the mansion mean? And we're missing servants. Nazihina-san, how many servants were there totally today? Huh? Genji, Koda, 5 of them. Why? 5 servants and 5 magic circles. Yeah, Kinzo's dead too. What are you talking about, guys? It may not be coincidence, but it worries me. Nissan, let's break a window. Oh, really? Really, guys? As you say, we should check and see what's inside. We have no choice. Do it neatly. Rose made his decision and gave permission to smash a window. They decided that the first rooms with break-ins would be a parlor on the first floor, where a window would be easiest to reach. They had hoped to peek in through the window, but the curtains were drawn so they couldn't see inside. Rodolphe wandered around the garden trying to find something that would be good for smashing the glass. Eventually he found a rock bigger than a fist and came back. You don't have to smash the whole thing, just open it enough so that you can reach the lock. Don't get your hopes up, alright? Rodolphe raised the rock and hit the glass with it several times. Before long, he succeeded in skillfully opening a hole big enough that he could unlock it from the outside. Covering his hand with a handkerchief, he stuck his hand through the hole and cautiously unlocked it. We should probably cover it with a duct tape later. The rain will blow in it. And he threw the window open, and the wind and the rain made the curtain dance around violently. He spun the curtain to the side. They could see the parlor they knew well. They were a little relieved. Oh, this is a parlor, okay. Because they had thought that maybe the room would be filled with more bizarre magic circles, or possibly the traces of some creepy ritual. No bodies? In any event, they didn't want to hang around in the rain, so the 6 of them, Kraus, Natsuki, Iwa, Hideyoshi, Rudolph, and Nanja, entered the parlor as a group. It seems that nothing in particular is out of the ordinary. Nobody? What has happened, Shannon? Wait, are you alright? What happened to you? What? Blood! Dr. Nanjo, take a look at this! Hey, Shannon-chan, are you okay? Answer me! You mustn't shake her. I will examine her condition soon. She had been in the shadow of a sofa, so I hadn't noticed her until they entered the room. Does it make you feel when a character was killed in some magical way? Does it make this type of scene kinda lesser to you because you know she was killed in quotes magical way? She's now... like, not a human killed her. Hard to express what I'm trying to say, sorry. Like, this scene doesn't work that well if we know that she was killed by a fucking 6 demon sisters who would try to eat her or something. She'd been in the shadow of a sofa, so I hadn't noticed her until they entered the room. Shannon was lying on the floor, her chest stained bright red with blood. Could be. Hey, Battler, where are you? Look, Shannon's corpse has turned up, see? I won't bully you anymore, so come out. Oh, here you are. What are you doing, holding your hand in a place like that? Poor guy. Butler has his head pressed to the table and was clutching it with his hands. His pitiful figure made it plainly clear that he didn't want to see anything, didn't want to hear anything. Had he heard Beatrice's sneering voice? Could he not hear, or was he pretending that he couldn't hear? In any event, it was clear that he had closed up his heart like a shell. I wonder if you have turned him too much, milady. After showing him that much and demanding a counter-argument, I can understand why he wants to mop around. Hey, Butler! If you can argue back, resign, would you? It's your turn. If you don't make some move or pass, or else give up, we won't get anywhere. Aren't you having turning tea? Why are you like this? Huh? What's that? I can hear you. I said be quiet. Ah, shut up. Witches? Magic? Can you just do what you want? I don't believe any of it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Don't talk to me. Don't show me anything. Go away, go away, go the hell away. Get your goddamn annoying face away from me. Uh-oh. She got upset. Poor girl. Letitia instinctively winced at Butler's sudden rage. Even if you say that, if you don't finish your turn, that my turn won't come. I feel like saying, don't make me too bored. You think I give a crap? Be quiet! Shut up! Based? I don't give a damn about your game. I can't take this bullshit. If your turn won't come until mine is finished, then you can just wait for all sitting in eternity, can't you? Ah, I don't care, I don't get it. I won't accept witches or magic. I won't accept something that fucked up. Ah, don't talk to me. Relatable? Ooh, barrier? Hmm? I don't know what's what anymore. After being shown something that's screwed up, how could I continue to resist? Yeah, you should resist because Beatrice is a bitch. I wandered aimlessly through the rose garden. It's close to the ending? It feels like it. No, it's so not close. It's so far away from the ending. We have this chapter, then another chapter, and then 4 chapters of the Answers game. So we are really not close. I don't think we even read the half of it. I feel like they're just playing with you, with like, turning your expectations that Butler gonna give up now, but actually, no, it's just a way to keep you playing the game, keep you reading, to find out what's gonna happen. I wandered endlessly through the rose garden. It was raining and windy, but that didn't mean my body got wet. There was just a feeling of isolation, and I wanted to miss the wind and the rain without an umbrella. Maybe I lost to your game a long time ago. Actually, I wonder whether we hadn't reached a clear resolution in the previous game. After all, I had submitted to her for a time, so the world has been tanked with witches and magic. Right now, Rokijima is a different world, where witches stride around openly and fire off strange magic. It isn't a matter of accepting it or denying it. Maybe I had to mistakenly assume that I was playing a game or even fooling with Beata. I had already been defeating in the last game, and this may just be a silly ceremony of my surrender. Just now, a mighty battle had been folded in this rose garden. I had just seen it with my own eyes. I kicked the ground. Obviously, the ground was hard, and a puddle splashed. Several towers with split this ground, sprouting like a high-rise buildings. The more I kicked the ground, the more it felt like they really couldn't be possible. But because of that, I couldn't explain it with anything other than magic anymore. I get the locked rooms with the key shut up inside. They're probably just an extension of what you always see in detective novels. But that stuff though. All that big fleshy stuff. Damn it. Existential crisis? It seems that my discipline has caused you much trouble. Huh? It's you. I was suddenly spoken to, so I turned around. And in the rose garden above was the predecessor Beatrice, who Beatrice had supposedly defeated a short while ago. Oh really? What she's doing here? Is she having fun? Oh, she even has her body! I was sure you died, so you were alive. No, I died. Mother. Mother? Oops. Mother? Couldn't track mother? Great one. No, I died. Now I'm nothing more than a captured chess piece loitering outside the chessboard. You're Beata's master, right? So in other words, you're a witch too. Yeah, that is correct. So in other words, that means witches really do exist? And I'm not the one who can defeat her. That'll be you, since you can use awesome magic, wouldn't it? I'm just useless now. There is nothing you can do anymore. Oh my. Have you submitted completely? What do you mean, submit? How the crap should I explain that? Towers sprouting and falling. Huge giants holding shields and throwing spears. Just remembering it makes me feel like I'm going insane. Reasoning isn't worth a damn anymore, is it? We're left the level of tricks and explanation with human culprits. Shit. Calm yourself. I'm nothing more than a piece of the child's game board. After being removed from the board, I'm no longer a being who can do anything. But you are the child's opponent. As long as you do not give up by yourself, you will always have the power to strike back at the child. Shut up! Weren't you also recreating strange spells and summoning towers and spears? What do you mean, strike back? Are you saying you'll teach me magic too, telling me fight here in one of those massive magic battles? If you wish, I could teach you a bit about magic. Oh, just what I wanted! Please, give me some awesome magic to smash your chest in one blow! Don't screw with me! I heard that in Japanese magic there was a ceremony to pray for rain. Do you know of it? Rain ceremony? New music? This thing where you throw stuff into the fire and offer a dance? That's not magic. The fire causes a thermal, and as a result, rain clouds gather. I'm pretty sure that's an accepted scientific phenomenon. Oh, really? That makes sense, but I never thought about it. Oh? I believed it was a form of Eastern magic, but it isn't magic? I had believed that people offered sacred fire to the heavens, as well as a dance of respect, so that you entreaty for rain would reach the hearts of the gods. Maybe people did that long ago, but most occult things like that have a scientific explanation. Why do things burn? Isn't it because phlogiston is contained in the material? No, things burn because of an oxidation reaction. Lavoisier abolished the phlogiston theory? I'm sorry, if any school subject I'm in a huge language barrier because I studied at school, obviously not in English. So it's hard for me to operate those terms and read them easily. Why does heat transfer through objects? Isn't it because caloric is contained in the material? Oh, is she saying alchemist explanation to things, and he's like, no, it's actual chemistry and actual physics and shit? I'm pretty sure that was abolished by Joel. Heat is energy, not a substance. You have studied well. He actually did. Your knowledge is correct. It's just some random facts. Phlogiston, Karolic, and eventually Ether and God's love. All powers before a scientific explanation. In the past, I was told that an apple falls from a tree, thanks to the God's love, so the humans would be given food. Even gravity was explained by God's love? Well, that's probably a leftover from a period when religion rather than science was used to explain everything. Okay, my running theory is their magic only works because they themselves believe in it. So that's why it's really important for Beatrice to make Battler believe in her, and ritual can be completed unless all the humans in Rikijima would actually like believe in her. That's how her magic is manifested and shit. So that's why it's really important for her to actually make Battler do this. I mean, it's pretty obvious if you think about it. Even gravity was explained by God's love. Yeah. That is correct. In the past, humans called the limits of their knowledge. No, ignorance itself magic. Just like the rain ceremony we were just talking about. Did the people of ancient times understand the science of fire giving rise to heat to cause a thermal, which caused force clouds? Even without understanding, they at least knew of the result. That's probably happened a lot. It's a wisdom of ancestors. Even without understanding the reason, through long experience, they knew that they would obtain that result. Phenomena whose principles they didn't understand were probably the same as magic to them. Just like this phenomenon had been said, Asian people who didn't understand the principles had totally believed that. Through the rain ceremony, their wish had reached the heavens and made the rain fall. To them, that was certainly magic, as long as they didn't understand thermals. If you press a light switch, the light turns on. Children do not know the scientific principle behind why the light bulb lights up. They press a switch knowing only the result. If they can obtain the result without knowing the principles, isn't it magic to them? That's pretty interesting. Well, logically, it's true. For example, I don't have any clue why the brown tubes in the TV show a picture, me too. However, I think it's completely normal for things to be displayed in the TV. Even if I don't understand the principle behind brown tubes, I at least know that if I push the switch, I can watch TV. Real? It's exactly the same as having a rain ceremony without understanding thermals. In other words, if I don't know the principle, even TV is the same as magic. No, could you say it is magic? Time to turn on Jarma clip when he says, "This is magic." This is insane. While showing Rock. Great clip. Do you know how brown tubes are constructed? Have you even taken one apart and looked inside? No? I think I read about it in a book or something once, but it was complicated and I didn't even have a clue. I think that when electrons hit a fluorescent material, it creates luminescence or something like that. That book was fake. Actually, there is a small people called gremlins shut up inside the brown tubes. Uh-oh! And they do their job with magic. Huh? That's stupid. There's no way. How can you deny it if you never looked inside that brown tube? I've never looked inside, but I can state that confidence the small people like that definitely don't exist. Yeah, because we can actually check it, you know? We can smash the TV and look inside. Since there is no brown tubes here, that is impossible to prove. What do you mean? What do you mean they have TV in the parlor? Yeah, it is impossible to prove right this very moment, but later I can take apart the TV somewhere and show you, and instantly win the argument. So, in other words, my magic theory that gremlins are shut up inside the brown tubes and display the picture with magic is impossible to disprove until you can verify the content of a brown tube, correct? She's going with something. She's going if Battler doesn't understand some of Beatrice's magic, it doesn't mean he needs to give up? That's it? That's where she's going with this? What the hell, one of those? I trying to say it's Devil's proof? That's your favorite trick, your witches. So Devil's proof is sophistry exploring the impossibility of proving a negative fact. However, it is different from what I'm talking about with the brown tubes. That could be resolved just by taking apart a single television. You're right, it really isn't a Devil's proof. The scientific theory you prove and the magical theory I propose, one of those is the truth, and which one it is can be ascertained as soon as you look inside the brown tube. However, until the instant that happened, we cannot deny each other's theories. We can! We can! We can, it's called common sense. So despite the fact there is only one truth, until the moment you look into the brown tube, two conflicting truths can exist at the same time. Huh. A bizarre space where two truths, of which only one is permitted to exist, may exist. Ooh. Of which only one is permitted to exist, may exist simultaneously. Is a cat in a box alive or dead? Ooh, no way, don't bring this shit up. If you open the box, you will know the answer. You will know the truth. However, until you open the box, you can claim that the cat is alive, and you can also claim the cat is dead. That's not how Ushiromia cats works, but okay, as you say, anime. Each of the two parties makes a count that, according to them, is the correct truth, and even though the two sides are conflicting, neither can win the argument as long as the box remains unopened. The most misinterpreted theory in the world: first place, Schrodinger's cat; second place, string theory. In other words, the truth can exist at the same time. Even though there can only be one cat in the box, it is packed with a living cat and a dead cat in a strange parallel world. Shut up. This is what Kojima is now. This island is now a different world where science theory and magic theory exist at the same time. To a resident of a world of science such as yourself, at a glance, it may feel as though this island has been sucked into a world of magic. While that may be correct, it is not accurate. Strictly speaking, it has moved from the world of science to the midway point between that world and world of magic. So, at a glance, it appears to you as though the world is tilted towards the magic side. But actually, this island is in a perfectly impartial position with relation to the two opposing worlds. I don't really get it. Midway between reality and magic? A perfectly impartial world? How's that? Hasn't everything been going really bad for me the whole time? That perhaps you think of it this way. This is a trial. Think of it as a court where you and Beatrice are laying out opposing claims. You could describe it as a brown tube trial. No, this is not a real thing, but okay. The child claims that there are tiny people inside the brown tubes, and she explains about the lives of the tiny people, what they look like, what type of magical powers they have, on and on. And you? Well, I study in a library and argue back by explaining how brown tubes are constructed, I guess. This is so cute! This child claims that there are tiny people inside the brown tubes, and she explains about the lives of the tiny people, what they look like, what type of magical powers they have, on, and you... This is cute! This is really cute. I'm sorry. Beatrice is cute! She's a little... why would they present her as the antagonist of the game? I don't think she is. I don't think she is at all. I think the Ushiromia family is a real villain here. I mean, maybe Beatrice is an antagonist, but she's not a villain, that's for sure. Even though she kills people, like, none of this is real, she's just a little sadistic. Well, I study in the library and argue back by explaining how brown tubes are constructed, I guess. One way to find out. Yeah, in 100 hours we probably find out if Beatrice good or bad. So true. At that moment, both your calm and this child's calm exist in court at the same time. If you lend an ear to the child's calm, you may hear it as though if we seek the truth, she see it as though it were truth. Very true. That is precisely what you were shown. At this moment, Nakajima, witches and magic certainly might exist as truth. However, the world is in a certain wave function, existing only until the moment that the cat's box is opened. All states can be justified simultaneously. However, there is one truth. that is collapsed by observation, and countless truths were weighed out to become one truth. It is like when, in court, the judge makes his judgment, the two truths from the prosecutors and the defense's claim collapse by judgment and become one. So, to say it in your words, this island right now is a world ready for looking into the brown tube, right? Therefore, neither the science theory nor the magic theory can be denied. And since they cannot be denied, both can exist as truth. This is why both witch and magic can exist. However, at the same time, your opinion which denies them can also exist. Sorry, which can also exist simultaneously as the truth. Uh-oh, time to go. Thank you for watching.